Dougie, what's your thoughts after that?
It was a hard fought point. We've come up here, Inverness have had a good run of form. I think it's 17 games unbeaten in the league, that's good form in the championship to keep a run like that going. So we gave them the respect, and I think it was very important. We always come and we look to win games. It was important after last week's defeat at Thistle. We stopped that run, and I thought the boys put in a really, really good performance.
Do you feel, or is there a feeling in the dressing room that you could have taken all three this afternoon?
Yeah, I think that there wasn't a lot in the game, but I thought we maybe just slightly edged it in terms of Dobbs had a wee half chance. We've hit the bar, and I think we limited them to very few chances. So I was listening to some of the guys, and they felt that they could have maybe nicked the game. But it was a close game, and we'll take the point. A point here. There'll be a lot of teams come up here, and it's a difficult place to come to with the travelling, etc. So we're happy to go down the road with a point.
As you say there, after last week's defeat at Firhill, it was important to kind of draw a line under that, because you don't want back-to-back defeats.
No, if you've aspirations of getting in the playoffs, you've got to, you can't go back-to-back defeats. So we've nullified that. And the two performances, 180 minutes, I think we've had 15 minutes of madness at Thistle that cost us the game, and a game that we were in large parts were in control of. I don't know if we controlled all the game here, but I thought the second half we'd done really well, and we're always a threat in the counter-attack, and you just couldn't quite get that final ball. First half we got into good areas, and I think our final ball was disappointing in wide areas that, if you're being critical, that's something we need to look at and improve on.
Back to a clean sheet today for the defenders.
Yeah, we spent a lot of time analysing what happened at Thistle, and we had a good hour of video meeting and debate and talk. And to be fair to the players, they've taken on board what we asked them to do today. It was a far better defensive performance than it was at Thistle.
The whole team defending as well, because you've seen like Gary Harkins and Lyndon getting back there too.
It's always about that. It's not just about your back four, although the back four will take it personally, if you concede goals, but the whole team has to defend. It starts up at the front with Dobbs, whose work rate's brilliant, and Gary Harkins in the middle of the park. Everybody's got to do their job, and we worked hard on that at training this week, about everybody knowing their role. We knew how Inverness would set up, and I thought in terms of our game plan that they really, the guys were exceptional in terms of their roles on the park.
A wee bit more further forward for Gary Harkins today at the start?
Yeah, we looked at maybe where we could hurt them, but also we needed to maybe try and nullify their biggest threat. So we changed the formation slightly, and we wanted to get away. We were 4-1-4-1, but we wanted Lyndon and Gary Harkins to get further up the pitch in central areas to support Dobbs, and then Gary's good on the ball, and there's some brilliant bits of interchange. The fans will enjoy that all season in terms of how we link up our front four. Doesn't matter if they're wide or in the middle, and there was some really good bits of play, but we just couldn't capitalise and just couldn't get that wee breakthrough. The last two games I felt like Dobbs is wriggling and he's not quite getting away, and it just wasn't our day. But it was a good performance, and I've got to reinforce that this is a hard place to come to. They'll be up there, Inverness. Robbo's built a good team, and I thought we acquitted ourselves excellently today.
That strong wind, you can feel it as you're standing here. I'm sure that didn't help us.
No, I don't think it helped both teams. It's difficult conditions. It's quite often windy up here, and it's difficult to control the ball. But when we got it down and got it controlled, I thought especially on the counter, I thought we played some decent stuff. But at times when for goal kicks, etc., the ball's all over the place. Difficult for the players, very difficult.
Back home next week against Alloa, it'll be a different challenge again.
Yeah, that game's gone now. As soon as that game's gone, we'll look at the footage from Alloa. It'll be a different game because the onus will be on us as the home team to break them down. And the main, our home form's been decent, so we'll look at that, and it might be a change of personnel, change of formation. But this group of players are very adaptable, depending on how we set them up, and we'll be going for 3 points on Saturday in Alloa. I'll give them the respect they deserve. I think they've come up and they've been hard to beat, but we're at home and we need to try and get 3 points.
I was just going to say that to you. They have just been promoted, but they are holding their own in the championship.
No, I think Alloa have always been a decent team. when they came up, we thought that I think the league's stronger than it was last season. No disrespect to any of the teams that have went out, but Alloa are a good footballing team on their day, and you know the games that we have seen them, they have sat in and are very, very well organised and difficult to break down. So you know that'll be something we'll work on. And at home we've broke down. You know, any teams that have sat deep, we've done okay against them previously this season with the personnel that we now have. So, but we'll need to be patient and we'll give them the respect they deserve, and we'll need to be at it to break them down.